All right, y'all, we are cooking into the boating software. Hopefully this Loom thing works, guys. I lost like video audio one time. I think it's because of my old Apollo Twin. Um, okay, but anyway, so I was working on this last night, guys. The boating software series is taking off because I was building everything in Nest on the back end, and then chatted with a guy. He wanted to kind of join the project, one of my good buddies, and then we started getting a UI UX team together, and we had to sign some paperwork between like some of the founders and um, but it started to get really thick. You know what I mean? It started to just get real dense, and months were just kind of clicking off. It's like, guys, like we got to get moving. We got to get moving. So we kind of streamlined some of that process for right now, and just like got back to where I started, just the grassroots of like we need to build some software like ASAP because boat season is almost here, but boat season is upon us. So, or it's like 2 or 3 weeks out before it like officially starts. And then it goes for about 7 months down here in Texas, and we need this software, at least some lighter weight version of it. So we'll like optimize it down the road, all this fun stuff. Yeah, guys, but I just wanted to get up on here, Code Chronicle style, episode, and just start chatting away and show you what I've roughly built. I've really just used V0 from uh, what's it called, Vercel, to kind of spin up some of this stuff. So we've got a just basic front end, just Next.js, and I might build the back end in Next too, just some serverless functions or something. But let's see, guys, I'm having the worst issues too. But the front end is really special. It's coming together. It's looking cool. Let me see. Let me if I can get back to at least show roughly what we got on Vercel. Just where we could see a captain dashboard, an owner's dashboard, a few things. You could find a captain, they could show their book together. We could see some analytics of the platform. Some of the stuff's obviously not working. Looks like a lot of it's not working actually for the live version, but this is going to be it. You can apply to be a captain for a certain boat or certain company or something like that. And then the captains as well, they should have these profiles where it shows their hourly rate, and this is a ton of shit too. So I might take out a ton of stuff, but like the certifications are important, the hourly rate, probably recent trips and reviews. I think these are things that we're going to need and keep in there. So the front end is getting spun up for it all. And then the other thing, obviously, I had to do some huge API work. It's just so much was like in the dust or so much fog. So I didn't know like what to kind of do. So let me see what's going on here though. I've got this issue. It's been driving me nuts all day, and it's actually driving me nuts for deployment purposes too. Um, Guys, total side note too. At work, we're building Lightning node stuff. It's so fun. It's so fun doing the Bitcoin Lightning stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna rerun dev, see if that fixes it. If not, we'll go to the components card. Oh, it's gonna be right here. Input. Let's see. Looks like I moved all of these to the wrong bar. So this is just boring work right now. Select, boom. Let's fit, boom, we're back. Okay, cool. So I've done a few more add-ons from the Vercel version, just the dev link for that. Guys, I was just like flying to get all this stuff painted, make sure it's mobile responsive. We've got like these alert requests. It's kind of a lot going on right now. I kind of want to lighten it up some. But there's this owner mode switch and a captain mode switch. So you can see that if you're like on the captain mode, a request comes up when like a request is sent to a user. You could see, hey, this captain wants to book you for this amount of time. Or excuse me, this company wants to book you for this amount of time. Just stuff like that. It makes a lot more sense, I think, on desktop. We have tax forms, payouts, W-9, all that stuff needs to be thought about and thought through. And then the hardest part is going to be the back end for sure. This, I'm just kind of like using V0 to spin it up as quick as possible so we can get paint on paper. And then, oh, guys, this is not fun. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Is find lib and replace it, the entire project, with @lib. Looks like that's what we need to do. Let's see if that fixes the problem. I don't know if it did. I don't know if it did. I don't know if it did, folks. If it can just made it worse. But this might work. Let's see. Boom. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna have some tax paperwork, some payout stuff, analytics, and then there's gonna be a migrations page as well. I think that's gonna be kind of everything we need. I'm just yesterday I was thinking of like front end features. It's so much shit though. It is so much. Um, but okay, let's definitely start breaking down some API stuff. I think when it comes to APIs, I think we're really going to break down to a few different payloads. The models could be quite a bit, but I think there's going to be a way to get these numbers in analytics. So we don't have to do all of them too. Like I'm building this live, just like on the go, right? So kind of ad hoc style. Just basically, I want to get MVP, like minimum viable product, but this is definitely like maximum viable product. But this is cool, right? So I flip to owner mode. You get a different dashboard as an owner than you would a captain. If I go to captain mode and click on dashboard, you get a captain dashboard. You can see some of these things switch on the side too. So we have like migrations for owners. You can migrate data to your bookings. You can check out bookings. Both can see the bookings. We could have a requests. Look at that. Happy birthday. And then owner profiles are going to be different from captain profiles. So manage your captain profile. You'll see that. And let me flip this and click it. Manage your owner profile. So, yeah. Yeah. But the whole idea of this software, just to give you guys more context, is like the charter industry is, there's an opportunity to kind of make things more like consistent across the board. I'll put it that way. And Reed's actually the guy who started with the original idea of this, which was let's put a captain and an owner. How could these two kind of talk to each other? And he found some software actually that's doing that as well. So we've expanded some, and Reed had other brilliant ideas. I'm not going to disclose here because we'll end up building them. Um, but but we've definitely started chipping away at the real life integration of this software. And I think that's important um, to talk about, right? Because building software from a SaaS standpoint is half the battle, right? Of like, oh, we use software, great, that's what it does. But the other half is actually putting into business application. Unless your software is completely like SaaS oriented, um, for instance, the thing I'm doing for work right now is Lightning Network stuff. Like we're completely software as of now. We have like no on-prem stuff. We're not hosting Bitcoin nodes. We're not doing it's all software right now. And now it's a service, so we're doing platform delivery as well. So technically PaaS and SaaS, um, but this is just going to be software associated to a business. So there's actually a whole other business integration as well, working with charter companies, working with clients, um, educating captains, certifying them, like insurancing, right, permitting. Now these things will probably be marginal in expense to the software. Maybe not. We'll find out. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going into it. So anyway, I'm talking way too much, but let's start just ideating first. Golly, I don't even know where to start. Maybe profiles are probably a good place to start. So we have email, phone number, location. The problem is we need to be able to kind of uh, change input on all this stuff too. So this needs to be like settings. Like I need this edit profile to work. So let me go to profile. And I'm going to use V0. V0 is just fantastic. It's incredible. At least for front end stuff, I wish there was something like this for back end and DevOps. That would be so sick. It's a good idea. That's a good idea. I mean, ChatGPT is pretty good, but like, I don't know, just AI as a whole. I don't see how software engineering is not going to get replaced. I really don't. And I know a lot of engineers like don't want to admit that reality. And guys, I'm like senior level, maybe mid to senior level engineer. Um, yeah, like I don't see how it's not going to be replaced because it's really impressive. It's really impressive at and the rate it's just growing and learning. It's insane. So I think really what's going to happen is engineers are going to be these like business, like kind of what I'm doing actually. It's just like you're going to be allocated to business use cases in real life, and that's like the new engineering. It's kind of just like software consultants all over the world. Can you make something for this page to edit profile? Need to be able to edit the profile. Boom. And then I guess we also need to look in the JSON of the profile. So these are going to be the models. Dude, I have been using Postgres and like Golang. So the fact I've used Next.js, I haven't touched Next in so long, it feels like. And it's what I built this YouTube channel on was Next.js. And I think it's so cool that I'm able to like come back around, not have to think about Kubernetes right now, not have to think about all this DevOps stuff, backend stuff. I've built many things, and yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun, you know. It's just fun coming back. But I feel weird using this as a backend now. I'm like, why would I use this as a backend? Like, why would I ever do that? That's such a bad idea. But there you can scaffold up stuff so quick, like the what's it called? The Prisma. I mean, that thing is just powerful. Just powerful. Okay, so edit profile dialog. That's all that talking point was about, was just all the way getting back to Prisma. Instead of like, building models, getting a database deployed, all that, all that stuff. Okay, let's see. Use this, boom. I don't have profile types. We need to make that. We need to make all the models. That would be an appropriate time. Okay. Or at least some of the models, right? Yeah, guys, I hate to be the like the doomer and glover, but I really just don't see why software engineering would not be replaced, at least in the traditional sense that it is. Like, I don't see it ever going back to like it is going to go to DevOps and machine learning and like I don't even know what else. Like I think all this other stuff is really going to get uh manager owner profile. Boom. Captain profile. We need to see it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just being a bit bit sad on it or some bit negative. But I also see this too though. Like if software engineering is being replaced, I also see it replacing upper management. Like I don't know what those fucking guys do in terms of real corporate work. I really don't fucking know what most of those upper management people do. Like, I've worked with some old people too, and I was so underwhelmed with how much they don't do. Like, they are so fucking lazy. So fucking lazy. I know that sounds bad, and I know that's like, you know, oh, this is so sick. I need to be able to delete certifications too. Let me just ask easier. Dude, I've became such a lazy front-end engineer, but I love it. Can you make this delete certs too in the modal? But so I think a lot of engineers getting to the point is like I think a lot of engineers um just oh, this is so sick, dude. This is exactly what we needed for the light show. This would be so fucking perfect. Oh, and then I needed to do one more thing. But here, let me start building out some types and models, guys. But let me get to my point too. I missed just being able to talk and ramble over like stupid points that aren't stupid but are fun. Okay, so export type profile, ID string state. Let's just work on the profile real quick. I wrote all these types down in JSON somewhere. What did I do? Where are those? What are those? Um, but I think a lot of owners, or excuse me, a lot of like upper management people like that are definitely gonna go next because I really don't know what you fuckers do. I really don't. Like, at least for the management that I've worked for, I've just been so massively underimpressed. Like, you would not fucking believe, like, the places I worked for and just been like, "You guys, I don't even know why you make 200 grand a year or even fucking 60 grand a year. Like, I wouldn't pay you that for shit if you worked for me." Now, like, now I don't have to work for people as much, I'm a little more established at this point, so I'm very fortunate that I could say my truth. But, I don't wanna be rude to, like, the actual upper management. Who's good, but there are people that I was like, "You're joking. You are fucking joking." Pontoon. Boom. Sweet. Okay, cool. Okay. This is gonna be so tricky. I'm gonna ask, is there, V04 APIs? I know ChatGPT. There's, fuck, I should build that. That would be so sick. I do have an NPM thing that generates APIs, like end-to-end functionality, but it also generates the front-end component and end-to-end CRUD operations to a um, database and test it too. It does full CRUD circuit, then leaves a comment in the database like, "Yep, all the tests passed." Um, the reason why I did that was just to um, basically model Nest.js. Nest.js kind of has a rough thing. It just does JSON CRUD operations, uh, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I thought, okay, what if I actually did that with a database? But it would be sick to build an AI that spun up APIs. But I wonder how ChatGPT would do if I asked it to. Oh, this is such a massive project, dude. Oh, this is so nasty. This is so nasty. Like, yeah, just so much front-endy stuff. You know what? We're gonna look at ChatGPT together, and we're gonna chip away. Okay, let's see. Can you help me build out and refine my data models? Thank you. Guys, I would say thanks to ChatGPT. Dude, I'm worried one day the Terminator's just gonna like kill everybody. Be like, oh, Ryan, you were great. You always said thank you. Let me see. I have a front end and I want to make it more concise. But let's first document all the JSON slash models we need to make this work. And I want to organize this because we might build some like microservices or something. But I don't know. I just feel like this doesn't need to be like this complicated of software, just like an event-driven serverless architecture. That's what my good buddy told me to definitely do. I think that's all it would need, really. But I don't have the most experience with that. I'm just massively decent with Kubernetes and horizontal scaling with that. But yeah, let's see. So we got boats, we got trips, we got captains. Fuck, we got migrations, payouts. Oh, it's so much shit. Profiles, requests. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna start tackling. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Profiles. Okay, let me see. We have profiles, boats, captains, requests, and more. Let's see. Boom. I wonder if I could screenshot this and give it to ChatGPT. That'd be so cool. Oh, and bookings. Let's see. Okay. I just want like small JSON payloads. I just want it to go through, yeah, and do exactly this. And then we can kind of decipher what needs to be what, right? Location, perfect. We're not doing lat longe. We're just going to do strings. And I'm not even doing an array of strings for that. We're just going to do like someone's here, boat's here. That's it. That's like all you have access to. So we have requests, bookings. Okay. I just want to go through a few. So payouts and analytics. This is going to be for like us, like the admin of Captain Share. And I looked into migrating a few APIs here, so I think it's going to go well. So okay, so we got my profile. So there's business documents too, which I would imagine we could probably deprecate for the business owner. I don't think they need that on Captain Share. I think we do need certifications though for captains for sure. And then I want to get rid of places. I kind of want to go through this entire app now and get rid of stuff that we don't like need like immediately. Because this is a lot of shit to build. This is so much. This is so much stuff to build. And then if I want to find new boats and captains, I get taken to this like boat marketplace. Likewise with captain or owner mode. If I need to find new captains, there's more captains here. Perfect. I get captain request, new captain request. A captain wants to join your fleet. Robert Wilson, 10 years of experience. Perfect. Here's his certification. This is so fucking sick. This is so fucking sick, dude. Guys, but I'm not done talking shit yet about corporate America. I really think AI is going to destroy corporate America. And I'm kind of here for it. Because I've always thought they're pussy. I've always thought it. You know, like I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but like not like corporate America in the sense of like people who are just good people who like, they show up for work, they do their job and they head out. I'm talking about like the people who are like, I'm the fucking boss. Da 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 da. Did you see my name tag? Did you see my name tag? Like I fucking hate those people because they suck. Like you know what I mean? Like you take them out of corporate America, they're like really bad people, or they're just like not that good at performing on stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, captains by captains. But I do love the good people who are like good employees, great to work for, great managers. I just don't like the bad ones. Like they fucking suck, dude. Like they are not fun. Okay. But anyway, enough of that. We're focused on boats. Boats are way more fun software. Um, okay, so back to the payloads. Let's see. Let me get this lightning stuff out of here. Okay, so we got a booking model. Oh, this is so much. I do not want to use Prisma. Prisma is so slow. And I don't even want to use, let's see. I am going to make the front end, I think, into its own app here. So I'm going to put it in this directory. And we're going to make this a mono repo because I'm definitely going to use, assuming all things still work here, just kind of trash the application. But let's see, CD apps, CD front end, maybe run dev. And we are going to use Golang or Nest for the back end. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? I'll say API. If we use Golang, it's going to be very ChatGPT heavy. You know, it just is what it is. Is what it is. But I feel like the API should probably be in Golang with Postgres on Microsoft Azure or serverless functions. I didn't think about that. Guys, I don't have the most experience with serverless though. So let's chat with ChatGPT. Should we use Golang or Next.js for the backend if I want to do a serverless event-driven architecture? I have large experience with Node.js and TS, and I don't have it. And I have fair experience with Golang, but love the modularity and speed. Golang is sick. I think we can get away with Golang. I don't know why. I just figured I should build a Golang because one, it's just a flex, but two, it's just fucking sick. But so what I did for work, we have like many different services and microservices. So some we'll end up having serverless, some are Golang, some are TypeScript, some are, we actually have one being built in Rust. So and then a front end, of course, but um, I don't know. I don't know what. But what I did for work was contract gets compiled down to TypeScript and Golang. So we got a central contract, and that's in YAML, and then that gets compiled down to Golang and TypeScript for static typing or typing both sides to the same kind of sources, which I love doing. But I love if it was TypeScript. If it's all TypeScript, it's very easy to follow. But when you have different languages, it's like you're compiling down to two different or three different static types or two different types in this case. So it can kind of not fully transfer, fully, but anyway. Okay, so let's see. Golang for serverless and it would be lightning fast, which would be kind of fucking cool. Like that would be a flex. If this boating software was built by a boat captain and it's like actually fucking sick software too. It's not like some half-ass shit. The problem is it's a lot harder than TypeScript. That's going to be the problem here. But I could use DynamoDB. Well, I could do that for both, so that's not a big deal. I don't have big experience with Kafka, but what a great opportunity to do this. right? Like, what a great opportunity to get some experience with that stuff. Pros, Nest.js, we'd still do that stuff, it looks like. WebSockets. So how does Golang work? Does Golang have WebSockets? Is that a thing for Golang? Oh, let's see, higher cold start time. But we could always do warming. So it's super fast. I love ChatGPT with the fucking emojis. So sick, dude. Fast, slower. Okay, developer speed slower. But that's the upside here is I could get this MVP out quicker. We could start getting money faster in theory. But some just tells me like, dude, use Golang. Best performance and efficiency. Want to move fast and ship features. Use TypeScript. Hybrid approach. Oh, fuck, dude. Maybe I could do different microservices though. Maybe that's how to do it. Maybe that is how to do it. To have like notification service, captain service, request service. Maybe that's the way to do it actually. If I were to make microservices, what would you recommend for these JSON types? But really, you could fit all this in one nest back and it would just be a bit messy. But user service, boat service, captain service. It's got an edge towards the AWS for sure instead of Azure, looks like. ChatGPT favors AWS out of the box. Okay. Oh, dude, I am so nervous about this decision right now, whether to go down the path of TypeScript or the path of Golang, or a little bit of both. I'm curious on, okay, so user service would just have that boat service. So I would have so many different services. Golang request, Golang. Okay, cool. All right, let's do that then. Let's do that, and then we'll do a little Terraform with it and let her buck. I guess that's gonna be how she wrote then. Okay, we will do user service in Golang. So services basically are just ways to modularize like logic, right? And maybe even separation of concerns, right? And there's probably going to be opportunity too where each service probably is going to be used a little bit differently, right? Like you might query endpoints from different services at different rates, more than likely. So, so we might allocate different resources to different services. It's gonna be sweet, right? And I don't mean like different resources in the sense of like, oh, DynamoDB and S3. I mean like volumes of different resources, like the amount of compute power per a resource. Um, yeah, yeah. So, but I'm so nervous about doing this many. Booking service. And then notifications at the tail end there. I guess we'd have like, I don't know, a ledger at some point. Don't need to. Don't need to. Okay, so this makes more sense though. Use Golang for requests and event driven services. Okay, so Stripe for payments, SNS, DynamoDB notifications. Okay, maybe. We also need two texts, so that's going to be SNS and SES. When Captain has an upcoming shift / trip/booking. What service is responsible for that? That be notifications? Because I was thinking notifications is kind of like, you got a new booking date. Well, I guess that would be notification service. Yeah. Yeah, that would. Okay, cool. Okay. Guys, I'm very action oriented right now. I'm not really thinking too much, as you can tell. I'm just kind of like, get stuff against the wall. Um, okay, so I will wrap this up here, but that is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna push the ball forward, sloppy as ever, and this is not gonna be optimized. There's probably room to optimize. Front end has code spaghetti all over the place. Looks like an Italian kitchen, but we're not about optimize right now. We're about building a business, and that's something I happen to be good at. So ain't nothing I ain't never seen before. But folks, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Pause this episode and just dive straight into another because I got some motivation. So I'm gonna build the user service. I think in the next episode, or at least the beginnings of it. And yeah, thanks for coming on board.